So happy Friday. Today we are doing more word problems. Today's lesson is all about writing equations and solving equations in the form y equals mx plus b. So really this lesson for today is me walking you through how to set up every problem. So number one, suppose that the water level of a river is 34 feet. This is the beginning amount. And it's receding. Receding means it's going down at a rate of 0.5 feet per day. This is my slope. Write an equation for the water level, L, after D days. So the first thing that I'm going to do is write an equation in terms of y equals mx plus b, because that helps my brain process different variables. So I know that my slope, 0.5, receding, is going to be negative. Y equals negative 0.5x plus my beginning value, 34. Now I'm asked to write this equation in terms of L, water level, after D days. Negative 0.5 D plus 34. Same equation. They're exactly the same. I just changed the variables. I need to figure out after how many days will the water level be at 26 feet. So you are subbing in for L in that problem. You're going to put 26 in for L. So you're going to put a 26 there and solve that equation. You will get something that says D equals. Seth's father is thinking of buying his son a 6-month movie pass for $40. That's my beginning value. And that way the matinees only cost $1 per visit. That's my slope. So the equation here, total cost, which is y, is going to be $40. That's my, let me write it like this, my slope. So 1 times every visit plus the $40 initial fee. I want to know when I'm going to, like, how many movies I need to see for that to break even kind of cost. So if I think about the other way, the total cost without the pass, it's just 3.5x, $3.50. So I want to know when the costs are the same. So I'm going to take this expression and set it equal to this expression. 1x plus 40 equals 3.5x. And I'm going to solve to figure out how many movies I need to go to make this pass worthwhile. Number 3, babysitting. Nicole charges a flat fee. There's my B. Plus $5 per hour. There's my M. So y equals mx plus b. So you know how to transfer that. So you know what your m is and what your b is. But we're going to rewrite this as the cost equals whatever my slope is times h plus whatever my beginning value is. So you're going to plug those numbers in and create this equation. And then you're going to figure out how much is it going to cost to pay her if you let x equal 5, because she's going to babysit for 5 hours. All right. A plumber charges $25 for a service call. That's the upfront fee. Plus $50 per hour. Wow, that's expensive. M. So we're writing an equation in the form y equals m times x plus b. So you already know what your m is, and you already know what your b is. All right. But again, we're going to use different variables. We want to know the total cost after some number of hours, right? So plug those values, whatever you put here, just rewrite it. And then it says, I want to know how much it's going to cost if I work for 8 hours. So let's let x equal 8. And I want to know how much it's going to cost if I work for 10 hours. So you're going to have two answers there. Number 5, Rufus collected 100 pounds of aluminum cans to recycle, and he plans to collect an additional 25 pounds each week. So this is my beginning amount, and this 25 each or per, that's my slope. So y equals 25x plus 100. I'm translating this into P, the total pounds, equals 25 times the number of weeks plus 100. So it asks you, what does the slope represent? And what does the y-intercept represent? Not what are the numbers, but what do they mean in terms of the problem? So you should be able to tell me what they mean. It tells you right here. It means this, or it means the start, right? Then the second question is, how long, how many weeks will it take Rufus to collect 400 pounds? So you're going to replace the capital P with the number 400 and solve that equation to find out what W is. All right, number 6. A canoe rental service charges $20 up front plus $30 an hour. Okay, so you're going to write an equation in terms of y equals mx plus b. This is my b, and this is my m. And then you're going to let x equal 6 and tell me what that total cost is. All righty. A caterer charges $120 to cater 15 people and $200 for 25 people. This looks like ordered pairs. 15 people cost $120 and 25 people cost $200. So we have ordered pairs. So the first thing I need to do is figure out an equation. So first, you are going to calculate your slope. Second, you are going to use the equation y minus y1 equals m times the quantity x minus x1. And you need to choose the y1 and the x1. You're going to get the y1 and the x1 from either ordered pair. It doesn't matter which point you use, okay? And then it's wanting to know how much it would cost if the party, if you have 40 people at the party. So after you write that equation, you're going to let x equal 40. All right, number 8, an attorney charges a fixed fee. This is my B, plus an additional 150 per hour. That sounds about right. Write an equation in slope-intercept form. So attorney A is y equals mx plus b. Well, let's see. Y equals my slope, 150x, plus my y-intercept, 250. Attorney B has an initial fee of 150, and they charge 175 per hour. So attorney B is going to charge you 175x plus 150. So they charge more per hour but less upfront. Which one is the better deal? When will the costs be the same, right? So here's what you want to do. You want to make this equal this and see when you should use attorney B. Probably if you are going to, you would use attorney B if you are using less than so many hours. And you would go to attorney A if you are going to be using an attorney for more than so many hours. Okay. Number 9, a water tank already contains 55 gallons of water. This is the beginning value. The water flows into a tank at a rate of 8 gallons per minute. That's my M. So my equation, y equals m times x plus b. I want to find out how much water is in the tank after 25 minutes. So then I'm going to let x equal 25 and solve. Number 10, a video rental store charges $20 up front That's my B, plus 250 per video. That's my M. So Y equals MX plus B. If a new member paid the store $67.50, how many videos did they rent? Okay, so this is your Y value. So this is like saying let Y equal 67.5, plug it into this equation right here, and solve for X. X, number of videos, equals something. Number 11, Casey has a small business making dessert baskets. She estimates that her fixed weekly cost for rent and electricity are $200. That's the beginning fee. The ingredients for one dessert basket cost $250. That's my slope. $250 per, or sorry, not 250, $2.50 per basket. If Casey made 40 baskets this past week, what were her total weekly costs? So let's write an equation. Y equals 2.50x plus 200. She made 40 baskets, so that's saying let x equal 40. So Y equals 2.5 times 40 plus 200. Okay, so you're going to figure out what her total costs are. The second part of this question says the week before, using the same equation, 2.5x plus 200. The week before, her total costs were $562.50. You're trying to figure out how many dessert baskets she made that week. So you're going to solve for X here. Two problems, same question. All right. Number 12, you are going to graph the line Y equals X. So let's just talk about the line Y equals X. Y equals X, that means when X is 1, Y is 1. When X is 2, Y is 2. When X is 3, Y is 3. So this is the line Y equals X. Okay. Now we're going to graph the line Y equals 2X. So X is 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 times 1 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 4 is 8. So that's the equation. When X is 1, Y is 2. When X is 2, Y is 4. When X is 3, Y is 6. And when X is 4, Y is 8. And of course, when X is 0, Y is 0. So that's the equation that looks like this, a slope of 2. My slope is 2. And then the last one, my equation, whoops, sorry, I want to change the colors. My last one, my equation is 3x, meaning that it has a slope of 3. And we know that there's no y-intercept, so we're beginning at 0. Up 1, 2, 3 over 1, up 1, 2, 3 over 1, or down 1, 2, 3 to the left 1, down 1, 2, 3 to the left 1. Ooh. So your lines, this is y equals 3x. I didn't label y equals 2x. So the question just says to you, like, how are they different? What are they like, what do you know? Well, the slopes are getting bigger, right? You guys know about slope. Okay. So number 13, I'm going to buy a new computer for $1,200. We're going to skip this. Skip. Number 14, skip. Number 15, a bus company took a tour bus on the ferry where there were 30 people, and the ferry charged them $180. So for 30 people, the cost is $180. The following week, the bus had 50 people, and the cost was $220. So first, we're going to find slope. Second, we're going to write the equation y minus y1 equals m times the quantity x minus x1. Remember that your y1 and your x1 come from one of the ordered pairs. You pick. Third, you're going to solve for y so that it looks like y equals mx plus b. So once you do that, you have two questions. It says, what is the base rate? Meaning, what's the beginning value? B for the bus. And then the second part says, what is the cost per person? That's your slope. All right. Number 18, we will skip. You really don't have 18 problems. If you notice, the numbers are jumping around. Number 19 is a graphing question. You are going to graph this equation. I'm going to write it for you. Y equals 2.40x. Make sure that you label your x and y axes. X is number of gallons, and y is the cost. Make sure you label them and graph that for me. A doctor measured a patient's resting heart rate to be 80 beats per minute. Draw a graph to show the relationship between the number of times the patient's heart beat and time. So time is x, this is y. So use it to estimate how many times the patient's heart will beat in 18 minutes. So if their resting heart rate is 80 beats per minute, you know what? I don't like that question. Skip it. Skip. Okay. Last one. Here we go. Betsy worked 8 hours and made $92. If she doesn't work at all, she makes zero money. Okay. If she doesn't work at all, she makes zero money. So I want you to write an equation in this form. You see that your y-intercept, so all you're doing really is finding your slope, right? Your y-intercept is 0. I want you to label your x and your y axes. It's going to be time on the x-axis, money on the y, and draw me a graph. Okay. The rest of those are just some extra graphs in case you needed some graphing grids for something else. So that is it for your lesson and for your homework. So you should be able to watch this video, pausing it throughout, and get your homework done.